media when Fox News is by far the largest like news show, and independent media has been completely broken in by the right to the point where the oligarchs who own social media are literally just attending Trump events and palling around with them?
Numbed everybody.
I know it's super quiet. I'm sorry. That's the clip they posted.
It was an anesthetic. And it got to where, what was the thing they litigated throughout this campaign? He's a fascist. He's a terrible person. Democracy is on the ballot. Guess what lost at the ballot? If you told us democracy is on the ballot, well, democracy got its ass kicked.
Like, what is the point here? The Democrats mounted ineffective resistance, so they should have been even less effective? Like, the Democrats did a bad job pushing back against Trump, so as a consequence, like, we were wrong to call him a fascist? What does that even mean?
By a majority vote. So I'm very cautious about when to know, like, yeah, hopefully I won't do it the night after Kristallnacht. I'll get it, like, but it's like, when do you put your dog down? Like, it's one of those things, like, you're not quite sure. But I do understand how annoying.
Wasn't this about aura? Does being wrong negate aura now? Well, I'm mostly talking about him being wrong, but also the way in which you're wrong can negate aura, yeah. This isn't like a sturdy, principled position. This is weak kowtowing. It's pathetic. He used to have more aura. I think he's right in the sense that right-wing media has cheapened those words, but he didn't say that, though. That would be the opposite of the point that he made, you know? Yes, I did hear Bill Burr, seemingly the only stand-up comedian who isn't a Hitlerite.
People that are struggling out there because of these f***ing billionaires, and they got us all arguing liberal and conservative. We got to stop doing that. Like, I am so tired of hearing about people going to bed worried about what's going to happen next week. There is so much f***ing money in this country, and there's so much work being done, you know. And if you work a full f***ing week at a job, you should be able to pay your f***ing rent. You shouldn't have to go out and get a f***ing job and still be struggling.
What's he saying with the beeps? Not
it's
bad
bad
words,
for the country, because then the kids don't see their parents and they're not getting the upbringing that they need. It's so f***ing, these f***ing billionaires.
He's just saying beep? Oh.
They need to be put down. You know, like f***ing rabid dogs. They're like rabid with greed and just going out and just...
Unironically, the energy that Democrats need to adopt. You know, maybe they can cut it a little bit to the, you know, the needs of censors, but like, yeah, essentially. By the way, it's not like Republicans don't do this. Republicans take this kind of messaging except with like trans teachers in elementary schools or whatever. Now that's aura. That is aura. 100%, yeah. He also defended Luigi. Based. The Democrats kneecap Bernie. You think they'd allow this rhetoric, though? Corvos, here's the thing you have to understand, okay? It doesn't matter what they allow. You just have to do it. Super delegates are a thing still? Yeah, and? Just keep at it. Just get. I mean, what's your suggestion then? We just die forever? We rot? Crows pick our eyes out of the ground? What are you talking about? Oh, the Democrats are internally biased against progressives. Yeah, I know. We're aware. What are you going to do? Become not progressive so you can win? Ken Martin put out a memo to Democrats about something. I'm bored already. What is this? Who gave me this? BGL? What is this? Ken Martin sent a memo to all elected Democrats saying unions must be the backbone of our fight, Vosh. Pretty base, worth a read. Where are the pictures? Yeah, single space? Lamau? What the do you mean Lamau? You think I'm joking? Bottom line, in his first term, Donald Trump relentlessly pursued policies that harmed working families, but his first month back in office proves he was just getting started. Trump and his billionaire backers are hell-bent on attacking working families and dismantling the unions to protect workers in order to enrich themselves. As Democrats, it is our responsibility to stand up for the working people, unite behind the kitchen table issues that connect us all. As I take over chair of the DNC, union workers and labor leaders will be the core to my decision-making. As Trump wages his war on working families, Democrats will fiercely answer the call to my favorite old union song, Which Side Are You On? I'll tell you what, Democrats are on the side of the worker. We will show Americans every day that workers do in fact have more power than any billionaire. That's nice. I like that. The messaging divide, however, that's the important one. The messaging divide's the important one. Like, here, you have the point, right? But how do you do it? That's the difficult part. I fundamentally believe our party is grounded in the values, principles, and aspirations of the working class. My take is that, like Biden, he will be the best of my lifetime and still not be able to meet the moment. Yeah, because like being pro-working class is one thing, but it's about like the messaging strategy. It's about how you approach people. It's about how you get that out there. And again, like none of this means anything unless it's bound to get. You need a binding agent, like with making cake batter, okay? And the binding agent here needs to be hatred and mockery and scorn, okay? Enough of the kitchen table politics bullshit. Enough of the hey, we've got the better policy bullshit. No one gives a fuck about policy, okay? What people want is narratives, main characters, big bombastic moments, okay? We want big dramatic speeches. We want, you know, ships capsizing, planes falling from the sky, tumultuous weather events. We want shit happening. We want stories. Every day there needs to be a new miracle, a new disaster. We want hype and we want aura moments, essentially. I want every Democratic politician aura farming nonstop, okay? I want every single one of them posing in the you had to give it to them, you know, hands clasped across the crotch pose every time there's a camera on them. All the time. And they need to dress better. Start smoking cigars in public, you know? Do your best Al Capone cosplay. I don't give a shit. Aura farm. Yep, it's DEI or DIE. Anytime I say, people look at me and go, but the polling said the Dems wanted to go more moderate, shoot me, Voss, shoot me. Yeah, and imagine if Republicans listened to polling data. We might not be on the brink of total nationwide collapse right now. Sorry, Mr. Trump, it's 2021 and we've done some polling, and it turns out that the Republicans and Americans broadly don't actually want anything you're proposing. And then they went and did it anyway. And then they won. I don't actually think people would like an unelected half a trillionaire cutting up the government with unilateral authority and no oversight, cutting Social Security and Medicaid. Who cares? They did it anyway. Or a farm. Don't poll the people on what they want. The people are stupid. Don't ask them whether or not they want more moderate Dems. If they wanted more moderate Dems, then why the does the average Democrat, why does the average American vote for referendum policies to the left of what the Democrat politicians offer? Why is it that Medicare for All is more popular than the Democrats who push it, or pushed it, depending on, you know, how opportunist they wanted to be at that given point in time? The voters are stupid, so treat them like they're stupid. Don't pretend that they're not. Don't expect them to follow the news. Don't expect them to be familiar with the ins and outs of policies. Hype farm. Aura. We want aura. I want personality cults. I want people wearing DNC merchandise as a daily wear. They have their MAGA hat. Okay. Have Butch walking around downtown Chicago with official branded DNC carabiners or whatever. Okay? Aura. Woke socks. Precisely. Yeah, I remember the polls when everyone wanted us to pull out of Afghanistan, and then Biden did, and his approval ratings collapsed and never recovered. Yeah, I remember. Carabiners. Yeah. I wouldn't know. Sorry, I'm not a lesbian. Though I yearn like they do sometimes, because I'm a different kind of guy. Bring your 2016 Field of Burn t-shirts out. I want people treating their preferred politicians, you know, like with the personality cult, basically. Like this. There's a Bernie Sanders staffer who's aura farming with a gorgeous, I'm gonna say, cavalry twill, navy blazer, white Oxford cloth button-down shirt, classic chinos, and a gigantic campaign sticker across the laptop. He's got the Bernie hat. We need everyone looking like this, but for whoever's running in 2028 all the time. Not just college campuses, okay? This shit needs to be everywhere. Bring wokeness back. Could fascism be used for good? What the f*** are you saying? Could Hitler be used for good if you pointed him at landlords instead of Jews? What are you talking about? Fascism? No? We need everyone dressed like this. Do you think I'm joking? Do you think I'm making a joke? Do I seem like I'm joshing to you? It's the era of populism. That means aura, that means personality cults, okay? Democrats need to be hogging the camera all the time they have, okay? Everything they can do. How can we possibly win if if the Democrats don't inspire so much faith in the population that people aren't walking around wearing their merchandise all the time? So we need to primary every single Democrat. Trump didn't need to primary all the neocons. A lot of them fell into line once it became clear that Trump was the top dog. I think that would happen with a lot of Democrats. Right now, they listen to their consultants. They listen to the inner circle of the DNC. If some real populists started making real waves, I think a lot of them would end up kowtowing. But it's going to take a lot of work. We need to bring the FDR parade float back. That's what I mean. We need this for our 2028 candidate, and it's not going to be Kamala fucking Harris. That's a, you know, now that I'm looking at it blown up rather than just like on my phone screen or whatever, that's a really good bust. Like, that's actually a really high quality sculpt. This is not like some 2-bit thrown together thing. Like, an artist really crafted the shit out of this. It's actually life size.